What's going on, guys? So today, the reason I haven't been making any YouTube videos lately on fishing is because I've been working on something very big, um, in terms of why I haven't been able to get, and also the coming virus as well. Just wash your hands 20 seconds, have sanitize. If you're gonna go out, be safe. Steps and steps, yada yada yada. Um, so this is the first time I'm mentioning this to anyone, but I've been working on getting a truck built. Now, I haven't been able to come up with the funds for it yet, but I have been working on drawing up things for like the wrap and the pricings of everything, and also taking care of the undercarriage because the undercarriage is going to be having some stuff done to it, such as I'm going to be removing the catalytic converter and the resonator. Also going to be draining and pulling all the fluids out of the vehicle and replacing it with new ones. Now, the vehicle in question is a 1989 Jeep Cherokee Pioneer, four-wheel drive automatic transmission, and it's bone stock. There's nothing to it, but it has been sitting in the grass for 10 years, so it really hasn't had anything done to it. That's why I'm doing it today, and I'm sorry for the quality. I'm videoing this on a phone. I've got two lights here and back there. So let's get down to it. So first, we have the parts list. Now I'm going to go over this. I'm just showing you how long this parts list is. There are a few things I do need to add to it tonight, such as rims and tires, and some other small things that I'm going to be dealing with. But first of all, let's just go over the entire list. So we've got Fenleon 2800 lumen lights. I've got 10 sets of those. Four of them are going to be blinkers, four of them are going to be red for the brake lights, and then the other two are going to be for the reverse lights. Now they come with, I believe, two or four, I believe, in each set. Then we're going to be getting lights for the interior, footwell lights, and then also lights that can go all the way down the length of the cabin. I believe those are going to be 6 feet each. And then we're also getting jerry cans, two of those, and also a spout for those two cans. They're going to be 5-pound jerry cans. They're going to be green. They're just like the red ones, but just green. We're also doing two SanDisk Ultra 128 gigabyte micro SD cards. Those are $20 a piece. The long nose spout for the jerry can is going to be $29.95. The cabin lights going all the way down the length of the cabin. For each of those, it's going to be $27.99. The footwell interior lights is going to be $17.99. And then the Fenleon lights are $16.99 each, and like I said, there's 10 of those, so that's going to be $169. And then for the cabin lights, it's going to be $55.98. And then the SanDisk are going to be 26. Not quite sure. I have to recalculate it. It's going to be right around 40 because they're $19.50 each. And then we've got recovery plans for the SD card. So if they break, I can call Amazon and say, hey, this is what happened. They broke. Can you send me some new ones? We'll send them. Then we have the two dairy cans. Those are $50 a piece, equaling $100 for that. We've got two radar detectors, one for my truck, one for my car. Those are $29.99 each. We've got a steering wheel cover, that's $24.25. Tail light replacement assembly, that's going to be $59.79. Because it comes with it comes with the actual casings, the actual assembly, but it doesn't come with the lights. That's what that's for. That's what the Fenleon actual lumen lights are for, is because what I'm going to do with those is I'm actually going to take the bulbs that are in there out, and I'm going to put the new bulbs in, and it's going to be 10 times brighter, and it's going to be able to make me more seeable. But, we'll get to seeable in just a few minutes. Jeep mirrors. So I had to get new mirrors because these ones are they're pretty messed up. Because like I said, it's been sitting for 10 years, and before that, I don't really know much about it. But it's been really well used. I'm not sure the mileage on the vehicle either. I have to look when I go back up to Copper's Cove next. So those are $60 a piece. The first one is $61.95. The other one is $60.48. Then we have a Flowmaster. So the Flowmaster is going to be a Flowmaster Delta Series 40. The loudness factor is supposedly up here. I've never used it. I've never seen it used, so I wouldn't know. But I've heard it's very good. That's $101.95. And then the protection plan for that is going to be $18.48. Um, then we've got light bars, 252-inch light bars. Those are $74 per light bar. So that's $75 per light bar. You know, roughly about $150 there. And then we've got the new headlights. The new headlights are going to be $74.99. Basically, these headlights. In fact, let me show that real quick. Let me just say. Where the fuck did you go? Here it is. Oh. Okay. Hopefully this is not connected to my business account right now, because if it is, what's going on with my internet? Alright, well my internet's out right now, so I'm going to have to make another YouTube video actually showing you what I'm getting piece by piece. And let's see. Oh, after the headlights, it's a jerry can holder. So also more into the headlights. So the headlights are going to be like about that big. I mean, they're not very big, but Jeep headlights really aren't that big. They are squares because the Jeep Cherokees back then it was more of like a square body look. They're also LEDs. So I believe it's got 2 rows of 3s, and all of them are LEDs, but they're bright white. So trust me, I will be seen when I'm on that road. In terms of in the front. And as for those two 52-inch light bars, those are going to go on either actual side of the car, so they're going to be pointing outwards on each side. That's for the off-road and then we've actually got some more in here as well. So after the jerry can holder, which is $32.30, we've got 2 lifting jacks, off-road lift jacks, and tracks as well. It comes with 1 lift jack and 2 tracks, so it's going to be 4 tracks and 2 lift jacks. Right now I'm kind of looking at seat covers. They're going to be expensive, but that's not even a problem for me right now. I'm not even worried about that. Okay, so a dash cam. I am going to be getting a dash cam for this. That is what the SD cards are for. It's going to be a front and rear camera. That way also I can see what's going on, who's around me, what's going on around me. Especially when I'm on the off-road, I want to be able to be seen. I want to be able to know what's going on. Especially, so this dash cam has a screen, so also I can turn it to the back one, so I can see what's going on behind me as I'm backing up. Versus just having to look in my mirrors and try to adjust them and reach over and adjust them, because they're not electric. Everything on this truck is, manual. It's, manual windows, manual door locks, manual mirrors. Nothing is automatic on that thing. Let's see. The protection plan for that is $21.99, and the actual dash cam itself is $125.99. Everything that I'm getting, most of it is going to be on Amazon. A majority of it's going to be on Amazon. Then there's some more light bars. So we're going to have a light bar on the front and a light bar on the back. The light bar in the front is going to be a 52. I'm either going to put the 52 or the 32 up front, because this set comes with a 52, a 32, and then 4 4-inch cubes. So I might put the actual 32 up front and then the 52 in the back, giving more light range in the back and then a little bit less up front, but because of the headlights, I'm not going to really need as much. And then the cubes are going to go on each corner of the car, pointing diagonally outward. So instead of pointing straight or back or sideways, they're going to just be pointing diagonal. So let's just say that's the square, it's going to be pointing like that. And the reason for that is because I want to, if I'm going to be out there on the trails, especially if I go out to the ranch or go out, up north and it's really dark, I'm going to flip on all my light bars. That way I can see what's around me, so I don't hit anything and so nothing hits me. let's see, what's next on that list? The protection plan for that, I believe, is $17.99. So we are going to be putting a new bumper on here, front and rear. The front bumper alone, I believe the front and rear bumpers are both Smittybilts, and that bumper also comes with cubes in it. So I'm going to have 6 total cubes on this truck. 2 of them are going to be pointing out frontward. And it also comes with a winch plate, which is going to be coming, which is going to come useful for this next bit in a few minutes. That one is $419.95 for the front. The rear bumper is going to be a nice big bulky bumper, but it's also going to have a tire mount, and it's also going to have the jerry can holder on the back. So it's going to be a lot easier to be able to do that. So for that first jerry can holder, that's going to be installed in the cabin of the car in the back. And that way I have 2 jerry cans, 5 gallons apiece, that's 10 gallons of gas. That's half my entire tank, because my tank is 20 gallons of gas. Let's see. And then the winch is going to be $500.79. It's a 12,000 pound capacity winch with a synthetic cable and a wireless remote. Then as for the fender flares, that's going to be $385 because it's a full set of fender flares that are going to help the general look of the truck. And then the alternator, because I'm going to be getting a new alternator because these lights are going to be very powerful. Granted, they are LEDs, but the alternator in there is about over 25 years old. I don't trust that. So I'm going to get a brand new performance grade alternator so that way we don't have any problems with that. And the protection plan for that is going to be $35.58. The next thing I have on here is train horns, but we haven't really gotten to that yet. Me and a few friends of mine were going to go and hunting for going to some junkyards and actually pulling the horns off of the trucks themselves. And then we're gonna go in and look at compressors and stuff to put on the truck as well. A lift kit. So we're going to be getting a rough country lift kit. It's going to be 4.5 inches tall. That's a $500 lift kit. Well, $499.95, but it's going to be right about $500. The protection plan for that is going to be $83.38. So basically, if something screws up, I just call up Amazon and they send me a new. Now this next bit, it's going to be liners and deflectors for the outside and the inside. Those are coming from another website, not Amazon, because they didn't have any. But the front floor mats are going to be 100. The rear floor mats are going to be 100. But they're liners. So you put them in, and they'll sit there nice and comfy and actually help keep dirt and stuff off of my carpets, because I'm also going to be having the truck detailed as well. The window deflectors, that's going to be $152.22, and that's for front and rear windows. That's going to help it, especially with me and my friends, because we do vape. So, it'll help with keeping that out of my cabin while we're driving, because sometimes I might not be using the AC, or the heat, because I'd rather use heat. And then the hood deflector is going to be $64.42. That pretty much sums it all up for the most part. There is a few other things. I'm going to have to cover those in another video, because I am going to have to go onto my phone later and pull stuff off of there and put it on here. Like the rims and tires and everything. And there's some other stuff that I'm going to be getting, like full engine gaskets. So I'm going to be replacing all the gaskets throughout the entire engine, because, like I said, they're over 25 years old. There's not much chance that they are very good. And I don't know the maintenance history of this vehicle. So I'm going to make sure that everything is replaced and good. Now, next. So, I've been drawing up plans for the actual undercarriage. I did try to sketch it out as best I can. It's not the best that I did, but it is as good as it's going to get. So we do have the undercarriage for my Jeep here. That's the oil pan right there, front diff, drive shaft. That's the exhaust crossover. That's the exhaust bugle right there. Then we've got the drag pin right up here, the tie rod going all the way across, the steering stabilizer, et cetera, et cetera. So the resonator right here, we're going to be removing that, because that's where the Flowmaster is going to go. The catalytic converter, we're also going to be removing that, but we're going to be keeping that part just in case they decide, oh, well, we're going to bring catalytic converters back to every vehicle, no matter the age. Um, Now, with the lift kits going into wheel wells, there may be some difficulties, but I am going to try to make this as decent as possible in terms of, um, how easy it's going to be. It's not going to be a very easy. I'm also going to be removing the air dam that's in the front up here, because that's where I'm going to be installing my train horns. Because once my train horns are up here, it's going to be a lot easier to expel that sound out forward. So that way, if someone decides they're going to pull out in front of me, they're going to get a really loud horn right in their freaking ass. Um, Next, the wrap. So, the wrap, I am one of those people, I am very patriotic. Both my parents are in the military, my brother's serving now. I'm going to be going in after the truck is finished. Um, so it's going to be a military looking truck. The whole truck's going to be military. So, um, on the trunk here, I know it's not very good in terms of the drawing, but right here, so what we have is an American flag, but all that's going to be black and white, and then it's going to have an eagle right there in the middle that's going to be colored. Now, the sides of the truck, those are going to be based off of like one of those old planes where they drew all the faces and stuff on, but it's also going to have like the bullet holes, the warning symbol, like this one right here, that is an ejector seat, and then the one back here is rescue. That's what that means. So, and then, like I said, we are going to have bullet holes. We are going to have the teeth, the gills, and the eyes, um, and then the warning symbols for the truck. These numbers right here that are written on the windows, those are going to be the percentages for my tint. So this one's going to be 22, 22, 25, 22, 22, 25. And then the back window is also going to be 22, and then the front window is actually going to be 10% all the way down to the AS1 line. Now, also right here, these are not bullet holes. These are going to be emblems. So each and every military force is going to be going here. I know I'm going to have to add another one for the Space Force or whatever. Um, as for the roof, so the roof is going to have all the services, including Space Force, and each, like it's going to be coded. So the actual symbol is going to be on the very top. The backdrop for it is going to be basically something unique to every service. So for the Army, it's going to be tanks, Humvees, and helos. For the Navy, it's going to be the fleet. For the Marines, it's going to be assault vehicles that they use on the beaches, like them coming out of the water and all that. Um, for the Coast Guard, it's going to be their fleet and their helos. For the Air Force, it's going to be the jets and the planes, and then for the Space Force, because I don't really know much about it, it's just going to be their space shuttles and their uniforms. Now, the hood's going to be very special. So this is the only part of the car that's actually going to be fully colored. Um, so it's going to be the American flag, and I might actually make the American flag black and white just to keep up with the entire decor of the vehicle. But it's also going to have the U.S. Constitution on there as well. So, and the writing's obviously not going to be very big. It never has been, but that's what it's going to be. Um, let's see now. Yeah, that's about it for that. Like I said, this truck, I haven't been able to fund it yet because of the virus. I haven't had a job because I got laid off because of it. Um, but as soon as I am back in my job, I'm going to be putting money aside for the truck each paycheck, and I'm going to start building it because I want to start building it. But the next time, oh, another thing. So I'm not sure if y'all saw this right here, and y'all are probably confused as to what it is. So where the truck is right now, there's a tree line right here. The truck is here. There's a shed here, and then there's a house right here. I know the owners of the land very well, so there's no recourse for me at all. They're actually next door to one of my other mom's house. We have a family friend up north, and their neighbor is giving me the truck in exchange for helping clean up the land. In exchange for helping me clean up the land. So what we're gonna do, or what I've decided we're gonna do is because there's a lot of debris here, and there's a lot of debris in front of the truck. So we're gonna be positioning my mom's truck right here. We're going to be tying a strap up to the vehicle, and we're going to be pulling it out all the way to here, where I will be lifting it up off the ground, putting jack stands under it, and being able to go under it and work under it. Um, Now, it is going to be very time sensitive. It's one of those things I have to get under there, drop the pans, drop everything, make sure everything's good to go. But like I said, it's been sitting for 10 years, so it's got quite a lot of problems to it. Um, if the owner of the truck currently has any, I'm gonna borrow his jack stands, and I'm just gonna put it full up on jack stands, and that way I can also take the rims and tires off that are on there, get those off of there because honestly they're not very good. The tires are rotted all the way around, so they're basically just sitting there. The rims are rusted out. There's no point in using them. Um, so that's why I'm replacing those with black rims, but they're not going to be expensive. They're like the cheaper rims, but they still look very good. They look good for what they are. And if I can get my internet to work, yeah. So unfortunately my internet's down, so I can't do anything about that. But the rims are going to be basically, I mean, you've seen spare tire rims. It's basically going to be like that, but with a little bit more style and it's going to be made by, I believe, American Wheels, um, which, as everyone knows, they make very nice wheels. And then we're going to have a full, and I'm meaning five tires, five rims. So that way I can have that one on the back, and it'll look the same as the rest of them. Now, for the tires are going to be Toyo tires, all terrains. Believe it's going to be 238 by 70 by 15. 238. No, that was the original. So because we're getting new rims and tires for this vehicle, I can designate what size I want to put on there specifically. Um, and I'm going to be putting on 15s, but the tires are going to be looking so beefy that it's going to look a lot bigger. Um, so yeah, those are going to be, I believe 238s. But I will designate all that on my next video. I just wanted to cover these. I've been working for weeks on making these blueprints and trying to get the wrap set up and everything. Now, the wrap is going to cost a lot. That's just a given because it's custom to what I want. This wrap is completely custom. Um, I basically I looked on Google and I took a bunch of other people's ideas and I put it all together because I didn't know specifically what I wanted. But after seeing like the aircraft look, the American flag with the eagle and the Constitution, and then the actual roof, I designed that myself. But essentially, this is going to be my own custom wrap. Now, I'm also going to be replacing the actual grill um, as well because that is actually broken. So I'm going to be taking that off and replacing that. Um, I'm also going to be having the vehicle completely detailed inside and out, also engine bay clean so that looks very good before I take it out somewhere because this truck is not going to be revealed until it is 95% done. The last thing that I'm going to do to this truck is the wrap. And I'm not actually revealing it to the public until the wrap is finished, but the truck will have all the parts ready for it when it goes in for the wrap. And then after the wrap, everything will be installed. Um, I just need to get the rims and tires first. That way I can install them so I can actually get it on the road to do that. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. Like and subscribe. Tell your friends about me, and we will talk to you next time. See ya.